Hi, I just got out of the shower. I need headroom. Holy shit. I just got out of the shower and wanted to clarify one thing really fast before the video starts. If this series feels like it hasn't been thought up as being a 4-part thing, it wasn't. It was originally a 2-hour-long video that I decided that's too long and boring. So I've broken it up into 4 parts. What you're about to see is part 3. Part 4 will be next week. However, if you want to watch the whole 2-hour thing because you're a, I don't know, psychopath, for $1, you can access my Patreon. It's there. You don't have to. I don't care. It's there. The goal is for that to eventually make enough funds that I can get better equipment and stop shooting things on an iPhone, because that'd be great. But in the meantime, here's part 3. And no, I'm out of breath. I don't know how that happened. No rush, no nothing. It's there on Patreon for $1 or $5 if you feel like it, but $1 gets you everything. So it's there. That's it. Enjoy. Bye. And just like I said, the first part of this video, we're in the living room. It's a different day. My hair's wet. I took a shower and I shaved. Anyway, so this is the first shelf of the living room. It's got PS4, PlayStation 3, and then some stuff below you can't see yet, but I think we'll take a look at the top just to look at it. Also, my kids are out here, so if you hear them, sorry. So up on the top shelf, we've got the Doom Collector's Edition thing, which I mentioned previously, the Steelbook. Yeah, this big-ass Sonic Mania statue. By the way, can I just mention how much can I just mention how much my wife loves that I took over the living room with all this stupid shit? Don't you, honey? Yeah, she does. And then we'll jump over to the PlayStation games. I just have a stack here of, just overflow, honestly. And then starting here, I don't know if I have anything really to call out here as like a cool whatever, other than saying Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's better than I thought it would be. Final Fantasy VII Remake's really good. Kingdom Hearts is a beautiful disaster and I love it. Would you like Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal? Or how about, would you like Persona 5? Which one, or hold on, which one would you like? If those don't fit your fancy, you might get shit. We also got Persona 5. Which would you like? We've got Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, which I finally played last year and really liked it. Well, I mean, I played it, but I never beat it because I just couldn't. I was too stupid. So, really enjoyed that. The Yakuza series, I've got 2 of them. I continuously keep trying to get into this series, and I just can't for some reason. I'm gonna try it this year, though. Mark my words, I'll like them this year. Moving on from PS4, we've got our PS5 games, which are literally just the exact same case, except with a white banner. A little lame. The Demon's Souls remake was the entire purpose I bought a PS5, and boy, I'm sure happy I still did. Look at this happy customer. Now, the real reason to have a PS5 for me was that, and also, what the hell is it? The inevitability of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming to it. Other than that, the console's fine. It kind of just feels like a PS4, but like not, and more expensive. But it really doesn't have anything of its own identity. It's strange. If Persona 5 wasn't your speed, we've got Persona 3 Reload. If you'd like that, I guess. We've got my only PS5 Steelbook is the Sonic Frontiers Steelbook because of course it was. It had to be. Look at me. That's going to wrap up the PS4 and 5. Don't have a whole lot to say about it, not a lot of connections or memories. Most of these games were bought when I was either just about to be an adult or am an adult, so not a whole lot of like childhood nostalgia attached to them, so yeah. Over here is our PS3 games. I like the PS3. I'll leave it at that, I guess. I don't know. I think it's a neat console. I had an Xbox 360 but got a PS3 later and very much liked the PlayStation 3's weirdness more than what the Xbox was given. But also here is just, this is the actual DS that I use, the seafoam green thing. Whoa. This one, the screen does work, and has Animal Crossing Wildwood in it. I just forgot which Animal Crossing was on the DS. But yeah. Anywho, for the PS3, we've got Catherine. This was, I think, the first Atlas game I played. And then here begins, I would say, a fun little thing you'll be able to notice. So here's Demon's Souls, and here's Demon's Souls. Move over, DS. There's Demon's Souls, and here's Dark Souls, and Dark Souls Trilogy, and here's, oh god, and here's Dark Souls 2, and here's Dark Souls 2, and also the trilogy. And here's Dark Souls 3, separate from the trilogy. And here's Dark Souls 1. I very much enjoy this series, and I can't stop buying them. After the Dark Souls Gambit, we've got Dead Rising 2, a game I played at a friend's house for exactly 5 minutes, and was like, this is awesome, and then realized those 5 minutes were the only good parts of this game. I don't really like this game. We've got the better Grand Theft Auto 4. I like this one more than 5, sue me. For a good bit here, this was the rarest game I had, or at least the most expensive. It was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle, and it was going for like 120 complete, and I don't know if it came with any inserts, but as far as I know, that is complete, and I was like, wow, cool, I bought this when it was like $12, and no one wanted it, and then they decided to remake it, but now it's not worth anything, which I don't care. The value doesn't matter, but it's still, it takes away something to brag about. We've got Metal Gear Solid 4. I've played one Metal Gear game, and it was not any of, it was VR missions. Persona 5, Skate 3, for as buggy and broken as this game can be, it's actually a pretty good skateboarding game. I do like this one quite a bit, and for the reasons that I'm supposed to like it. Would you like Sonic 06 or Sonic 06? How about Sonic Unleashed or Sonic Unleashed? Yeah, Amazon screwed up, and I ordered these sealed, because you can still buy these like brand new sealed, which was wild. These two were supposed to be delivered like a week after I ordered them. They never showed up. So I was like, hey, they're marked as delivered but didn't show up. So Amazon sent me these. And then these showed up like 2 days later. So I have an opened and a sealed copy of each one. And sir? That toy never works. Why is it all of a sudden now deciding to play a song? So I kind of just think it's funny that I have two copies of two of the same game, and one of each of them is sealed. Could I do anything with those? No, but it's funny. Sonic Generations runs like piss on the PS3, but it's great. This is probably one of my favorite PS3 games. It's Splatterhouse 2010. This game got like a 3 out of 10 from like everything, and I adore it. It never got it. You'll also notice that it's in the greatest hits case, kind of like how Grand Theft Auto 4 is. This never got a greatest hits release because it didn't sell good enough to get a greatest hits release. I just think it looks good with the red case and the red and black cover. I think that looks nice. And before we move on from the PS3, I will just mention that I have played the entirety of Sonic 06 on the PS3, and I was working on a video for the Sonic series as a whole, because if you remember, I did a Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 video, and it was supposed to kind of go from like every game from then on, and I played 06, and believe it or not, this is not what killed the ambition to finish that series. Yeah, it was that one. I don't know why everyone always complains about Sonic 06 being the worst one. It's unfinished and like, you know, a little buggy, and it's a solid like 6 out of 10 for me, or 5 at the lowest. This is bad. I didn't even want to be up here. This is honestly the worst one that I've played, because it just doesn't work. You have to use the Wiimote to control Sonic using motion control, and I can't get it to work. It doesn't work, and I don't like it. And that, straight up, I was playing that, capturing footage for games here and there, and this game sincerely just killed off all ambition I had to finish doing a Sonic retrospective, because I was like, God, I have to talk about this one at some point. But yeah, we'll begin the Wii, and I guess start the GameCube section, but we'll begin the Wii section here. I'll mention up top on the PS3 shelf, I have 2 Wii games hidden there. That's Cabela's Big Game Hunter, you know, and Animal Crossing City Folk. So, they've been mentioned. I'd say around this generation is probably the last, like, childhood nostalgia games. My son is right here, so if you hear him, enjoy, I guess. But a lot of these games were from, like, I don't know, probably maybe when I was 12 to 16 or 17 or so. So, I've got some memories of playing these as a kid. And especially Jeopardy. I played that a lot with my mom. Thank you. I played Jeopardy a lot with my mom, and honestly, for like a THQ budget title and where Alex Trebek looks a little goofy, that is a pretty good Jeopardy game. What's going on? Kirby's Epic Yarn I bought alongside Super Smash Bros. Brawl at a GameStop, and and I came home, I wanted to play Brawl, found out that my Wii couldn't read the double-layered disc that Brawl was, it didn't work, and then I lost it. But I still kept Kirby's Epic Yarn. This is a fun little game. I don't know much to say, but it's cute. As you can see from these, I was a big LEGO games weirdo. LEGO Indiana Jones 1, 2, Star Wars Complete Saga, and 3. Fun fact, this game is bad. I've got a lot of good memories with Mad World. One, because I bought it for $2.99 when I got it, and I don't think it's worth that anymore. But also, I bought this the exact year. I don't think it was the exact date, but the year I turned 18, and I didn't quite have an ID yet. And this game is rated M, and I look like a toddler. So I had to, when we were at a mall, my mom was getting her nails done. I went to walk around the mall, found this, wanted it. I couldn't purchase it because I looked like I'm 12, so I had to wait for my mom to get her nails done to purchase me this $3 game. Resident Evil 4 Re-Edition is, this Resident Evil 4 Re-Edition. It's a good version, if you like the accuracy of motion controls that motion controls can give you. It's a good one. The 2 Sonic games I have for the Wii, didn't play Black Knight, because like I said, Secret Rings just killed all ambition. Which is a shame, because Black Knight I was kind of excited for, because like, I know it's not great, but it seemed at least fun. I just couldn't finish Secret Rings. And of course we've got Mario Galaxy 2. I don't feel like I got what I wanted out of this. I know everybody always talks about how good this is. I've never played Mario Galaxy 1, I only played 2. And not to say that like you need to play 1 before 2, but I don't know, I thought it was like okay. I didn't understand why it was like the glowing 10 out of 10 that every journalist was giving it in like 2009 or whenever this came out, but it's good. Alright, from then on we are moving to the Wii U. Fun fact, I love the Wii U. It sucks. The Wii U is where I experienced Assassin's Creed for the first time. I played the 4th game, and the only good one. I'll stand by that. I also experienced the Arkham game, and I say game because as you can see this is still sealed. I bought Origins and just never played it. And now of course there's much better ways to play these, like I have them on Steam and they run better anyway, but it's cool to have these still. We got Bayonetta 1 and 2. I just got Bayonetta the other day, because I knew it got a standalone physical release, but I could never find it, and I finally did. I just figured it was going to be rare and expensive and I'd never find it, but there it was. And like for 20 bucks too, so hey. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is a game that only works on the Wii U or the 3DS. The Switch version is fine, but the best way to play it is on Wii U or 3DS. You really need to utilize the touchscreen and microphone and all the other doodads that the Wii U and 3DS had. The Switch version missing all of that, it doesn't feel the same. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, another fun thing is, kind of childhood related wise to this, is we went on a trip to New York City as a choir group, because yeah, and while in New York City I basically made it a goal that we would go to the Nintendo store at some point, and this is the only thing I went and got from the Nintendo store. I didn't get any stupid, goofy I Love New York souvenir. Nah, I got fucking Wind Waker. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, did not play this like at all, because if you're new to Monster Hunter, this game is not nice. I got it because I knew it was cross-compatible with the 3DS, and my friends had 3 on the 3DS, and I wanted to play it with them. Too bad by the time I got this, like 4 was already out, and no one cared. So, it's here. Shovel Knight, I think this is like the only game that consistently kept getting updates, like even after years after the Switch came out. I'm pretty sure Shovel Knight is now like fully complete on the Wii U, and which is really cool. But this is also my preferred way to play it, because it has its own amiibos, and I have, oh my god, it had its own amiibos, and I have all of those amiibos, and they do things in it, and it's nice to play it on a Nintendo system. I don't know. Mario Maker, I played a ton. I built a bunch of levels, I played a bunch of levels. All of them are gone because I had to factory reset my Wii U in order to do some funny to it. Nothing illegal, Nintendo. I didn't. But all of those levels are gone, and they're super gone now because the internet is you can't play it online anymore. But I played it. Yoshi's Woolly World is the only good Yoshi game after Yoshi's Island for the Super Nintendo, and I will stand by this. And the last game in the Wii U is Zombie U, which I bought fairly recently because I thought I always have thought, and I finally bit the bullet on it, which was the concept of this game was really neat, that it was like a real-time survival game where if you're picking through your backpack, you gotta do it in real time on the gamepad, and you don't know what's around you. I thought that was neat. It's kind of all it has going for it. It's not a looker either. The game's kind of ugly and really dark. It's hard to see, but it's okay. I think for like a Halloween spooky kind of game, you're with your friends, it could work, trading the controller off every now and again. It's neat. That'll end the Wii U segment, whatever. Here we go with the GameCube. GameCube was, I think that was my first home console that was mine. It wasn't like a hand-me-down. This was bought for me on a Christmas and was my console. And it shows because my library sucks. So just off the bat up top here, I've got a bunch of runoffs. I've got the GameCube, Game Boy, oh my god, the GameCube Game Boy Advance adapter thingy. This thing's awesome. This thing's great. I really wanted a GameCube just for this, and I'm so glad that I got a GameCube just for this, because I just got this maybe 5 years ago. It's awesome. Of course, I forgot to put these on the Wii shelf, but I got 2 copies of Wii Sports. I don't know. I just do. Oh shit, one of them's got Link's crossbow training in it. Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex. That's a fucking shitty title. Crash Bandicoot and The Wrath of Cortex in a jewel case and not a GameCube case, because every collection needs that. Crazy Taxi that's been mauled by a bear. I don't know what the fuck happened to this. I got it like this, and I don't know why I got it like this. This was a flea market pickup. It's not good. This, I don't know. Oh, it's the Zelda Collector's Disc. This kind of works. A friend had this, and he gave it to me because he also said it kind of worked. I tried to clean it and do as much to it as I could. It works more often than it doesn't. Yeah, it works more often than it doesn't. However, I think the best thing to do would probably just be to resurface it, and I don't have the means to do that yet. Here's what my copy of Sonic Adventure 2 looks like for some reason. Yeah, it also kind of works. And then here's a Blockbuster exclusive case, meaning they just didn't have the case, and it's SpongeBob Lights Camera Pants. Apparently this is like a Mario Party clone. I've never played it, but that's what's in the overflow. We'll go with the highlights here now. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee. It's a big, goofy fighting game with big monsters, and it is okay, but it's great and amazing because it's got Godzilla. My love for the Lego games really started here with these 2 games. I had the original trilogy first, and then at a later date I got the prequel trilogy, but I adored these games. Oh my god! Monster House is just Resident Evil 4 for babies, and it's not a bad Resident Evil 4 for babies. It's okay. I had this instead of Resident Evil 4. Pac-Man World 2 is a pretty good standard platformer. It will not mean to anybody who hasn't played it back in exactly 2003 on the Nintendo GameCube. However, for people who did, this game is great. I think it holds a special place in like everyone's heart. From stuff that I've been reading about, you know, people growing up talking about what they've played. This one always comes up. Okay, next up we've got Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. Yes, you have to say the full title. This was the first-person shooter I had ever played, and I did not know how to play it, and it confused me to no end, and then I eventually got it, and it's one of my favorites in general. I have it on the Xbox as well, which you'll see a little later. Simpsons Hit and Run for the kids whose parents were a little iffy on Grand Theft Auto, but this one had a T rating, so it was fine. And then, of course, to go back into the Sonic retrospective that just didn't happen, I was originally going to, I think, make these one in the same video, a Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog video. I just never got there. Again, you can thank Secret Rings for that. That game actually just destroyed any motivation. But Sonic Heroes, I think, short and skinny, is okay. Definitely feels like the lesser of the adventure games, because I know people put that in like a trilogy. It's definitely the weakest. Shadow, I kind of like this game. It's not great, but I kind of like it. It's got a lot of that early 2000s edge, and it's great. Also, this is not a real GameCube case. This is a reproduction case from Etsy, And I kind of like this a little bit more than regular GameCube cases, specifically because the memory card's down here and the disc eject mechanism isn't this like this thing, which feels like you're breaking the disc every time you take it out. But yeah, I'm not too worried that I'm not too like upset about it being a reproduction case. It's a good reproduction case, so whatever. All right, we're gonna move on to the final shelf. There's one more shelf, but all that's there is like some cables and controllers. I can vaguely show. There's consoles down there too. I'll pull them up to show, but that's not that important. But next is the Switch game. All right, these are my Switch games. First off, I've got the limited runs release of Doom Eternal that comes with a physical, because the original physical got canceled, and a really nice steelbook. There was like a more expensive limited run Doom Eternal thing. I just wanted the steel. I just wanted the game to have a physical. That's it. I just wanted it physically. I wanted it to have the physical that it was promised, and now I have it. Damn it. The Bayonetta 3 Collector's Edition that comes with Bayonetta 3 and then cases for Bayonetta 2 and 1. They're empty, but they're in there, so I guess if you wanted to put them on your shelf, then everything could fit uniformly. But for Bayonetta 1 to 3, I kind of just keep everything in there, including Bayonetta 3. So it also comes with an art book and a nice display stand for everything, so it's neat. I think it's a cool little collector's thing, and I also just really like the Bayonetta series. Moving on to the Switch games. So for the Switch games, we'll move from left to right, and I'll make this quick because I've got quite a bit. This whole shelf is just red. We've got Animal Crossing New Horizons. Man, it's hard to complain about Animal Crossing New Horizons because I got my time out of it. I definitely got like 100+ hours out of it, but there just wasn't enough in it. And by the time they started adding stuff to it, it just wasn't enough. It was too little, too late kind of thing. And now going back to it, now there's like too much that they just bombard you with because there's no like nice progression on how to like introduce these things. And it's just like, hey, here's this, and this here, and now this, and that. And it's just so overwhelming, and it's a mess to play now. But I think if you're starting a fresh save, it's a little bit more natural. But coming from the save that me and my wife had from the pandemic, which was like a year of straight Animal Crossing, jumping into it, it's a lot of shit that they just dump on you all at once, and it's overwhelming. And I can't complain about it because we all got our time out of it. I definitely put 100+ hours into it, but I hope the next one's better. Bayonetta 2, along with Bayonetta 2 and Bayonetta 3. I like the Bayonetta series. I got Bayonetta 2 for the Switch because I think it came out in the release year of the Switch, and I know that they had announced Bayonetta 3, and god damn it, the idea of being able to play Bayonetta 1 and 2 while taking a shit, it was just too great to pass up, so I had to get it again. Binding of Isaac was the first game I bought with my Switch, or for my Switch, that didn't initially come with it. This one's just kind of special for that reason. I really liked Binding of Isaac, and then this was like my way to play it portably, which was nice. The sleeper hit of the Switch era, the best game on the Switch, Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics. I fucking love this game. All much to say about it is just really good. Dark Souls Remastered for the Switch. It's more or less like just a straight port of like the 360 and PS3 version. It's not even really the remastered port. It doesn't really matter to me that it's only the PS3 and 360 port and not like the full-on remastered port. I don't really care that much because this is still like the best game ever made in my opinion, and I can play it portably now, so I don't care. Diablo 3, I bought this when it came out. I played it a bit, didn't play it a whole lot. Don't have a whole lot to say other than I have not bought a Blizzard or Activision game since a bunch of stuff came out about them, and I refuse to buy anything now anyway, so it's fine. The Doom port, again, this more or less was I bought it because I wanted to play it portably, and it's a good port. I mean, it's not nearly as like pretty looking as the PC and other console versions, but it's the full game. It's Doom. This is my only European game, I believe, and this is the Final Fantasy VII and 8 twin pack. My wife bought this for me for a Valentine's gift, I think. She got this for me for Valentine's Day. I had already bought 7 digitally, but if I play it again, I just play it off of this. I guess I'll blur out the registration card. I don't know what that'll do if it's not me that registers it. Oops. I'd already played 7, so I was excited to play 8. I played about 20 hours of 8, realized, hey, I don't really like this, and I haven't played it since. 8's just too confusing for my stupid orc baby brain. Maybe I'll go back one other day and play it, but if I ever want to play 7 again, it's going to be off this cartridge and not the download that I have, even though it's there and more convenient. This is just nicer. It's just nicer to put a cartridge in and play it. I don't know. Final Fantasy X and X-2 Remaster, also another gift from my wife. I'm like 90% sure. This is straight up just a remaster of X and X-2. I have played X. I have not played X-2 yet. I really enjoyed X a lot more than I thought I was going to, so I should get back into that and play X-2 at some point, but we'll get there when we get there. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is one of the few Kirby games I've played. I don't have many, and I haven't played many, but this is one of the best ones. It's the first 3D Kirby game, and the way that it's done, you'd think that they've been doing it for like decades. It's flawless, like right out the gate. I love this game. Breath of the Wild was the first game I got with my Switch, because there was like a GameStop bundle that came with this and one other game, and it came with this, another game, and Has Been Heroes downloaded. I remember I downloaded Has Been Hero, played it once. What? I remember I downloaded Has Been Heroes, played it once, didn't like it. Breath of the Wild is what took up all of my time, along with everybody else who owned a Switch, and this is still probably my favorite open world game. Yeah, I think I do like this one more than Tears of the Kingdom, even though Tears of the Kingdom in every aspect is better than Breath of the Wild. It's just I don't know, the time and place in my life when this came out meant more to me than Tears of the Kingdom coming out where I am right now. So yeah, maybe later on I'll completely go back on these, but I like Breath of the Wild more, I'm sorry. Alright, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was the other game that my Switch came with that GameStop bundle thing. It also came with Joy-Con wheels. Don't know where those are at anymore, but they're these tiny little circles. They are uncomfortable and suck. Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U was great. This and Smash Brothers are probably my most played game on the Wii U, and Splatoon. Deluxe I didn't play as much, but for the people that didn't get the chance to play 8, this was definitely the best way to play it. And 5 years after release, it just got a ton of DLC for some reason. And all of the new tracks are great. I mean, like, there's some that are bad, but honestly, you can't complain about getting more shit. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, you know? Me, my wife, and my friend, we played this a lot. I think we have like 300 hours in it. And a lot of that was due to just grinding characters to get to level 100. And I don't know what our obsession was, because this game, all in all, is like a 7 out of 10. It's not amazing, but god damn it, we couldn't stop playing it. Metroid Dread was great to see come out after being talked about and rumored and delayed and assumedly canceled for decades, and then out of nowhere, here it is, and it's great. It's maybe not the best Metroid game ever made, but it's at least like second or third. It's phenomenal. Mortal Kombat 11, just want to point this out that this is on the Switch and it runs. Moving on. Nintendo Switch Sports I wanted to like more than I did. I think it's okay, but it's not what I think everybody who wanted a return to the Wii Sports series really wanted. And that's Nintendo Switch Sports. Persona 5. One thing with this one I do want to point out is that the Switch pre-order release thing comes with this really nice steelbook. And, yeah. Hey, Kat, you wouldn't happen to have Persona 5 in your Switch right now, would you?
Maybe.
Okay, because it's not here. Okay, then I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, the Switch version comes with a really nice steelbook. But yeah, the Persona 5's on everything now, so you have no choice but to try it. Fuck you. Alright, we're gonna go over the batch of Pokemon games that I have. Well, fuck. Oh god, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Bought this because my wife likes Eevee. I wanted to see if this could get her into the series. It's too basic bitch simple for somebody who has never played a Pokemon game to even get into. It's really boring, but it's fine, I guess. If, like, your 40-year-old grandmother... Why would she be your grandmother if she's 40? I don't know, if, like, a relative who's older plays Pokemon Go, they might like this one. Pokemon Sword, this game is dog shit. Moving on. Pokemon Shining Pearl, don't know, haven't played it yet. Just needed to get this one so I could at least have one of every Pokemon game on the Switch. Pokemon Legends Arceus, I didn't get it first, I gave it about a year, and then I played it again last year. I finally got it, I beat it, and I'm like, sorta kinda close to completing the Pokedex, but then I took a break from it to play something else, and I haven't come back to it yet. I will one day. And the last Pokemon game, or games that I have, are the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet combo pack, which are both here. And these games are a buggy mess, and aren't finished. But damn it, they're some of the best in the series. They are really fun, and I really enjoy Scarlet and Violet. Violet specifically, is the first Pokemon game I've ever played where I've completed the Pokedex, so take that for what it is. Postal Redux, this was also another limited run games release. I like the Postal series. probably shouldn't, but I like the Postal series, and I knew that it got a Switch release on the eShop, but Limited Run was doing a physical release, and I couldn't turn that down, so I have it physically, and it plays pretty well on the Switch. Puyo Puyo Tetris was also one of the first games I bought for my Switch. It's fucking great. It's Puyo Puyo and Tetris. What more do you need? It's got a really stupid in-depth story mode for Tetris, but god damn it, it's charming. Rayman Legends is really good. It's a really good game. It's one of the best 2D platformers ever made. I have barely played it, and for one stupid fucking reason. I bought this game new. I bought it brand new from GameStop. The new off the shelf. I picked up the off the shelf version, was like, it's new. Handed it to the clerk. She went, oh, we don't have any more new copies, but here, I'll use this. Took the fucking shelf copy, slapped a used Rayman Legends in there, closed it, sold it to me for the new price, and the fucking spine has tears on it. And that pissed me off so much I barely played it. Sonic Forces will be forever known as the game that ruined my fucking Joy-Cons and also my life. I hate this game. It came with a Joy-Con skin, like a Joy-Con skin to put on your fucking Joy-Cons, and I should have played the game first because I was so confident this game was going to be amazing that I put those skins on my Joy-Cons and they are forever bonded to it. I have Infinite and Sonic looking up at me every time I use my Joy-Cons, and I hate it. Sonic Mania will be forever known as the game that I have bought 3 copies of, only one of them physical. I have it on PC with the big stupid statue collector's thing, no physical game, just a code. I bought it on Switch digitally, and then the Sonic Mania Plus physical release came out in this big oversized box for a Switch case, and you might be thinking, oh, they just made the Switch game bigger. No, they didn't. It just slides out of here, and it's annoying because they needed to put an art book in here, and whatever the hell that piece of cardboard was, it just fell out. I feel like there would have been a better way to go about this, but now, no. So, because of that, my Switch collection will forever have this weird thing jutting out of it at all times. Alright, and then over here we've got Splatoon 2 and 3. I've played a lot of Splatoon 1 on the Wii U. I know I said Smash was probably my most played. Splatoon 1 was probably my second most played. I really liked Splatoon. Splatoon 2, I played a good amount of when it first came out, and then off and on since then. Splatoon 3, I've barely played. I think releasing another Splatoon game on the exact same console kind of further amplifies how Splatoon 3 is just derivative of Splatoon 2, which was just derivative of Splatoon 1, which kind of started everything, and I like Splatoon 1 more than all of these, even though it's really simple and missing features and benefits and conveniences that these games have added. I'm an asshole. Alright, I haven't gone crazy with the Mario games, but, okay. Here's the 3 that I have. We've got Super Mario Odyssey. I loved this game the first time I played it. Unfortunately, it just doesn't have the same effect the next time you play it. The first time you play it is a wonderful experience, and then after that, it doesn't feel the same. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. I actually haven't played the Bowser's Fury part of this yet, but I have fully 100% in 3D World. It's definitely better than the Wii U 3D World. It just moves faster, loading's in the background, saving takes less time. It's nicer. However, my biggest issue with both of these games is the depth perception always causes me to have unplanned for or unnecessary or accidental deaths because of the weird top-down perspective of the game. And I think that's just a me problem, but it is a little annoying. And then lastly, we've got Super Mario 3D All-Stars, the game that Nintendo put an expiration date, the game that everyone thought was going to go really high up in value because it was a 6-month only release, and it sold 12 million copies and is everywhere on eBay for $100 because people are stupid. It sold so many copies. It shouldn't be $100, but here we are. I got this like a month or two before it was slated to be taken out of stores and off the eShop. I wasn't in too much of a rush, but hey, I've got Mario Galaxy 1 now. I can play that at some point. Mario 64 is okay. It's not my favorite. I don't really like Sunshine that much, and I still need to play Galaxy. So, all in all, collection was more or less just for a, I'm afraid if I don't get this now, I'm going to miss out forever kind of thing, which is exactly what Nintendo wanted, so you got me. Smash Brothers Ultimate, I mean, it's Smash. It's, like, fucking great. My main is Sora, so please, call me a loser. Alright, also one of the first games I bought was Touhou Kabuto Burst Battle. I don't know anything about this series. I have some friends that enjoy it, and I saw this and was like, I'm gonna get this. This is not a Touhou game, apparently. Apparently they are bullet hells. This is like a bad beat-em-up. and like a 20-minute one at that. I beat it in like 20 minutes, and I haven't put it back in my Switch since 2017. On the topic of Toho, though, I tried it again with Luna Knights, my only Japanese Nintendo Switch game. And this is like a Metroidvania, and the main character is basically Dio from JoJo. She can just stop time whenever she wants, and it's actually really good and really fun. A much higher quality game than this piece of shit. And then the last two games on the shelf. I can't get them out. There we go. The last two games on the shelf are Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, which is like an impossible port. The Big Red Button did the porting for this, Doom Eternal, Doom, Rocket League. Basically any game that shouldn't work on the Switch, they will do and make it work, and it's impressive. And this, I beat it on PC, but this is how I beat it on console. I also went on the PS4, I forgot to mention that, but whatever. This is, I love the new Wolfenstein series. Don't know if we'll ever see a third one, but this ain't a bad way to play it, honestly. It's, you know, it's a little chunky looking, but it's fine. It does require an 8GB download though, so take that for what it is. And then here's the dumbest fucking purchase I've ever made. Wolfenstein Youngblood Deluxe Edition. There's no game card. Try to use that code, I dare you. There's no card. It is just an empty case with a download code. And I'm not entirely sure why I bought this, but hey, if I ever just get a Switch cartridge, I need a case for it. Well, now we have a sacrifice. So with the Switch games being done, I will just pull off a couple things here and there from the bottom shelf that I have. Damn it, Doom Eternal. I'll pull a couple things off the bottom shelf just to kind of show you. But it's really nothing. I have little totes of Wii controllers and Xbox controllers, some cables for that stuff. That's whatever. Down here, though, importantly, I'm gonna kill myself. I have, zoom out! I have an Xbox 360 Slim. The top is a little funky because I took it apart to change the thermal paste, so that way I know it would be working whenever I want it to, because I don't really have this hooked up all the time, just kind of like whenever I feel like playing something on the 360. And I also have a broken PS2, because everybody needs a broken PS2 in their library. It wasn't broken at one point, I promise. This was like my main daily driver console for a good bit. However, it's the first edition PlayStation 2, and I don't know if you've ever seen a PlayStation 2 get opened or you've opened an old one like this yourself. One, there's a really annoying ribbon cable attached to the power and eject buttons. That sucks. Number two, the power supply, which is located here, or somewhere around this general area, it's not laying flush to anything. It is supported and airborne on like 4 spokes, and what happens over time is that circuit board for the power supply starts to get a nice U shape, and then it shorts out and stops working. My PS2. So what I've done is I've gutted a lot of parts from it to fix a friend's PS2, so now he has a working PS2 from parts from mine, and now I've just got this hunk of fucking shit. One more thing to show over here, and then we're gonna move on to one second to last section, and then we'll be soon done with this. So thanks for sticking around, I guess, if this is interesting to any of you. So directly next to this shelf is another shelf with a bunch of pills and Berserk. But up there I've got my GameCube, I've got the Goku Reese's Puffs, you know, I've got a copy of MS-DOS, and a Senran Kagura on the Vita. So we thriving up there. But this middle shelf here is just a bunch of controllers. We've got GameCube in the back, some third-party Switch controllers, third-party PS2 controller, dusty as fuck Xbox controller, goddamn, Switch Pro controller, generic Switch controller thing that probably doesn't work anymore. Another generic, the baby, you'll have to enjoy the baby noises, I just want to get this done. An Xbox One controller that I use for my PC, a generic PS3 controller with included rattle features, a generic Switch controller. Here's part of the Sonic Forces Joy-Cons that I ruined. And then way in the back here is a PS3 controller that doesn't work. I've tried to fix it many times, and I think I've just given up on it. Down here is like my mess. It's we've got all of our copies of Akira, necessary. My tools for working on consoles. My original Game Boy Color is out here. My modded Game Boy Advance is right there. And then here are the other Pokemon games that I have that I mentioned earlier in the video. All of these, besides Sapphire, were my original cartridges from when I was a kid. I think the only difference is the inside of this Pokemon Yellow is different. I think I'm 90% sure. Yeah, they're still writing on it. I wrote on it when I was a kid, so, you know. The shell is the same shell I had from when I was a kid, but my copy broke, so I just swapped circuit boards into the shell. So I still technically have my Pokemon Yellow from when I was a kid, but it is different. But I swapped the batteries out on all of these, so they have a fresh install, and, you know, they're good to go. Sapphire I bought during the pandemic when everybody got obsessed with Pokemon again, and I think I got it for a decent deal. I don't remember. But they're out here because you never know when I'm going to feel like popping Pokemon Silver in, you know?